Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex, home of your University of Tampa Spartans. Tonight, the Spartans welcome Westminster. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Westminster Griffins, who entered tonight's game with a record of 3-3. Number 1, Hagen Buchanan. Number 11, Jackson Weir. Number 14, Skylar Weathers. In goal is number 16, Jacob Miller. Number 19, Shello Clark. Number 27, Merritt McMahon. Number 34, Gavin Piva. Number 47, Timothy McGuire. Number 50, Carson Capps. And number 51, Lake Stillstrop. And for your University of Tampa Spartans, who entered tonight's game with a record of 7-1. Number 3, Brady Stowe. In goal is number 4, Blake.
Good evening and welcome to the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex on the grounds of the University of Tampa campus, where this evening the Tampa Spartans are playing host to the Westminster College Griffins, traveling to West Central Florida all the way from Utah. I'm Bruce Wozniak, here to call the action for you this evening. As you see, the Spartans wearing white tops with black shorts and black helmets tonight, going right to left here in this opening quarter. And that's Charlie Bolish trying to push his way as there's a pass thrown away, and that'll be turned over. And the Griffins will get their first offensive opportunity in this game. Starting in goal for UT tonight, Blake Ulmer. And down the other end of the field, it is junior Jacob Miller for the Griffins. As you see, Westminster setting up a pass up top, and over now to Pickett. Jacob Pickett trying to get around Bolish and flips a pass in behind the net. And working back there, Skylar Weathers, a pass up top, and looked like we were going to see a shot from Celentano, and instead it goes behind the Spartans' net. Curling around in front, it's a pass knocked down by Bolish, and the Griffins able to maintain possession. Celentano, and now he fires a pass up top. Long shot coming, and Ulmer stops Rossi, and the Griffins get the rebound. New shot clock, of course. And a couple of personnel changes for the visitors as it goes in behind the Spartans' net. Quickly around front, they score. Skylar Weathers, 2 minutes and 5 seconds into this first quarter. And the visitors draw first blood, as you see the replay here. And such a quick release that it almost looked like Ulmer wasn't quite set yet. Give credit to Skylar Weathers, though. As the Griffins get the game's first goal, you see the face-off. That's controlled by Westminster as well. Hagen Buchanan goes down, and the official right here on the sideline says possession for the Spartans. Westminster comes into this game tonight with a one-loss record of 3-3. The Spartans have won 3 in a row. They are 7-1 overall in 2023. And here's a pass over for Luke McEnany. And up top it goes. Pass sent across by Nick Papa. And on the run is Grant Green. And he'll send it back up to Papa. Looked over to the left and now takes a long shot. And a save made by Miller. And Miller way out of his net. Bounces a pass back. And it's sent over to this side of the field to McGuire. Timothy McGuire from up in Flagler Beach, which you might call the northeast of Florida, think Jacksonville. And his team, do they get it across midfield? No, the official here, below the broadcast location, blowing the whistle as it's turned over to the Spartans. And now play resumes. Daniel Fitzpatrick, as you see him cross with Nick Papa, who goes off the field. Into the corner, meanwhile, as Kilkowski sends it over to the other side of the field to Canyon Birch. And what a huge game he had here just a few nights ago on Monday. And there's a pass for Bolesh. Bolesh, chased by 2 Griffins defenders, sends a pass behind the net. Kilkowski, a couple of spin moves, looking out in front, keeps it, heads towards the near sideline, and now finally up top it goes as Owen Miller flips a pass over. And there's a pass in front to Kilkowski. It's dropped, and Kilkowski himself is dropped. Loose ball in front, and another Spartans player taken down. And it's going to be Westminster ball. That was Luke McEnany, a little slow in getting up. He was taken down in the goal crease. And the other end of the field, Brady Stoll, you see it pass. It'll be taken by Westminster. And now corralled by Merritt McMahon. Matthew Beto watches him. Rossi turns the corner. And Rossi was looking at Celentano, hangs onto it for the time being. Rossi tries to fight his way through, gets in front, and collides with Blake Ulmer. And the Spartans will take over here. And hold on a minute, the official, I can almost hear him all the way up here through the glass, mind you. 5 minutes and 3 seconds into this opening quarter, we're going to get a call against Camden Rossi of the Griffins.
Westminster penalty to number 25, Camden Rossi. 1 minute for unsportsmanlike.
And he gets a 1 minute unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So an opportunity now for the Spartans to tie it up. As it goes in behind the Westminster net to the other side. And up top, here's Owen Miller. Pass over Fitzpatrick down low. Kilkowski. And the Spartans content for now to work the perimeter. And quick ball movement by UT. Fitzpatrick looked like he was going to shoot. Now he does, and that one goes wide and out of play. On the restart, Kilkowski, Fitzpatrick. And it's turned over. And there's only 17 seconds left in the Griffins penalty. So they will kill this off successfully as the call against Rossi now expires. And sent up top. Looking for some room to work is Spaeth. And here's Weathers. Pass from McMahon. McMahon looking for an open teammate. Goes back the other way. Now a spin move to get inside. Takes a bounce shot. Ulmer, good save. And the rebound controlled by UT. And that one ends up in the back of the net. And here's the replay. As you see, just a unfortunate play. And I don't even know that'll happen 1 in 100 times. So McMahon gets the goal. And Westminster 2-0 lead as we close in on the halfway point of this first quarter. Down in behind the Griffins' net. So the Spartans don't get anything on the first power play of the game. And then Westminster goes down the other end and not only kills off the remaining time, but ends up coming away with a 2-0 lead. Fitzpatrick over to Miller. Miller slips. Trying to get around the defender. Pair of 47s. And here goes Charlie Bolish. Bolish fights his way through. Pass behind the net over to Kilkowski now. Kilkowski on the run. Behind the net, Canyon Birch gets away from his check. Pass in front. Knocked down. And Jackson Wigger came over and took down Luke McEnany. And he says, I'll take that if it means that we get on the scoreboard. As you see the replay here. And Jacob Miller, the goaltender, just unable to get the handle. And so McEnany gets the Spartans on the scoreboard 7 minutes, 47 seconds into the game. And it's now 2-1. And the Spartans with an opportunity here, and Birch can't get the shot away. McEnany scores again, back-to-back goals. And just like that, the Spartans tie it up 2-2, exactly 8 minutes into this opening quarter. And here's the replay as you see them extremely opportunistic. Canyon Birch with the assist. And I'm tempted to pull out the brand new ball game cliche. And I think moreover, will we see this be a big momentum swing for the Spartans? Now you see the face-off win there by Alex Poma, pass to McEnany. And Kilkowski looked like he wanted to shoot right away and thought otherwise. Sends a pass down low now. It's Canyon Birch behind the net. Birch pops out in front with a shot and stopped by Miller. A rebound to the far side of the field. The Spartans able to get to it. Birch with a pass. Nick Papa for Bomstad. Bomstad across the line, a pass into the corner. McEnany sends it behind the net, quickly to the other side. There's a pass in the middle as McEnany goes down. And UT still in possession and still 29 seconds on the shot clock. There's one that misses, however, and rolls out of bounds on the far side of the field. So possession back over to Westminster. Ulmer runs it up. Plays a little catch there with Brady Stoll. And now Ulmer fires a pass up ahead to Jackson Day. And Bolesh fires a long pass into the corner. Behind the Griffins net now. To the near side, this is McEnany. He has both of the Spartans' goals. Up top, Fitzpatrick. Over to Owen Miller. Miller tries to beat his check. Backs off of it. Fitzpatrick fakes a pass. Now to McEnany. Has some room. Changes hands and scores for the hat trick. 3 straight goals for Luke McEnany. And UT comes all the way back from being down 2-0 to take a 3-2 lead with 5:06 to go here in the first quarter. And here's the replay. And a very impressive. See him changing hands. And beats Jacob Miller to put UT into their first lead of the game. And a couple of them battling for the loose ball. And the official there to award possession to Westminster. Jacob Pickett runs it across the Tampa line. Pickett looking back. Drops the pass for McMahon. And now Celentano on the run. Down behind the Spartans' net. Weathers. Up top. And I was about to say here's a shot coming, but Spaeth holds on, goes the other way. And that's taken away. Nice play defensively by Matthew Beto. He's off to the races, crossing the Griffins line. There's a pass for McEnany. Flip back, shot coming, and a save made there by Miller off the stick of A.J. Pasquarella. Things starting to open up just a little bit. Westminster crossing midfield. Rossi sends a pass over. Looked like there was going to be a shot from Celentano. Pass down low. And now an underhand shot. They score. Merritt McMahon ties it up. And a back and forth game here between the Spartans and the Griffins as you see the replay. And there's the underhanded shot. That goes up over the right shoulder of Blake Ulmer. And on the face-off, the ball's loose. And comes out of the stick of Matthew Beto, as does his stick out of his hands. Two of them battle for it at midfield. The Griffins get it. And shaking off a bunch of pressure by UT was Jacob Pickett as he goes off. Rossi pass for Thomas, and now over to the far side. And Gragnola gives a pass. As Rossi looks for room, there's a loose ball, and the Spartans take it away. Brady Stoll off to the races. Stoll across the line, gives it to McEnany down low. Kilkowski scores! Harry Kilkowski. The Spartans take advantage of the turnover at the other end of the field, and they go back into the lead. It's 4-3 as you see the replay here. And Kilkowski was ready the whole way and beats Jacob Miller with 2:49 remaining here in the first quarter. And now Alex Poma wins the faceoff for the Spartans, sends a pass up ahead to McEnany, and into the corner goes Kilkowski. He starts to head towards the back of the net, now sends a pass over and gets it right back. McEnany fires it up top for Fitzpatrick. Charlie Bolish surveying the offensive landscape, starts to turn the corner, now backs up. Bolish starts his move towards the net, bounce shot, and getting a piece of that one, Jacob Miller, as it bounces out of play in behind the Griffins' net. Possession stays with UT, and a fresh shot clock as it's sent up top for Bolish. Bolish thought he had the slot, and good defense by Westminster. Kilkowski takes a long shot, and a nice stop there by Miller. And a very active night for both goaltenders thus far. There's a missed pass, but takes a Griffins bounce on the far side of the field. That one will not, however, as it's picked up by Gunnar Geblin for the Spartans. Oh, and down goes a Griffins defender, and a flag. And we're going to get a call here against Westminster as play carries on. The Spartans will get a power play. Right now, Bolish has it. And goes one-on-one. Gets a step on his man, sends a pass over. Fitzpatrick wants to shoot, changes hands, and that one goes out of play. And then with the stoppage, we will get the penalty call now with exactly 1 minute remaining in the opening quarter. And UT in a 4-3 lead.
Westminster penalty to number 40, Mike Spade. 30 seconds for offside.
It's a 30-second offside penalty to Mike Spaeth. And UT will get right to work as Birch gives it to McEnany to Miller. Fitzpatrick flips it in the corner. Kilkowski with a quick pass. Up top, McEnany to Miller. Back to Fitzpatrick. And Miller again. Fitzpatrick doesn't have a lane. Sends it in the corner. Kilkowski, they work it around quickly up top to Miller. Fitzpatrick, the Spartans know somebody's open, but there's a takeaway by the Griffins. No, UT gets it back. Owen Miller's got some room. Passes in front. And Kilkowski was checked from behind as Owen Miller, does he run it down before the out-of-bounds line? No. And the Griffins sent it up towards midfield, but turned over again as the Spartans take it away. The penalty has expired. We're down to 13 on the game clock. UT going to try to get one last shot here before the quarter expires. Fitzpatrick, and it goes out of play. 4 seconds remaining. Kilkowski puts it in play, looks in front. There's a shot and a good save there by Jacob Miller to end what has been an action-packed first quarter. We go into the break with the Spartans clinging to a 1-goal lead, 4-3, and we'll be back with the second quarter here on TampaSpartans.tv. Night matchup between the Spartans and the Westminster College Griffins, coming all the way across the country from Utah. a nice 79-degree evening, and the action very much heating up down in the field, where the 7-1 Spartans cling to a 1-goal lead entering quarter number 2 against a visiting team that is 3-3 in the 1-loss column. Spartans, teams have changed ends, of course. They go to work here in the first minute of the second quarter. Owen Miller pass back, and Fitzpatrick looked back at Miller, wants to shoot, tries a pass in front, and that's an errant toss that goes out of play. That'll be turned over. Put into play now. As Cello Clark gets it up ahead. Weathers, his pass over, and now quickly to Celentano. Celentano goes down, maintains possession, and he's back up and sends it for Spaeth. And Rossi on the run will take it in behind the UT net. Rossi tries to beat Owen Miller. Bounce shot from out in front. That one will go out of play. And possession stays with the Griffins. They still have 36 seconds on the shot clock. And uncontested was Weathers. And now Spaeth gives it back to him. Weathers trying to shake off the check of Bolish, gets inside, and Ulmer might have gotten a piece of that one. The Griffins still in possession, 15 on the shot clock. There's a shot that Ulmer stops, and UT able to get the rebound. And they try to get it up ahead, and a loose ball kicked at, and Charlie Bolish gets to it, but can't corral it, and it's kicked at again by Spaeth. And he has it for the Griffins. Fake pass, and now Andrew Thomas across the line. Thomas up top. Looking for a shooting lane is Ragnola. Gragnola with a pass over. And a bounce shot that Ulmer may have gotten a piece of. That goes out of play, and this will be UT ball. Ulmer will start it up. Pass over to the far side of the field. And now UT crossing the Griffins line. Canyon Birch sends it back to Kilkowski behind the net. To the far side of the field it goes. And up top, Grant Green, he returns the pass. And now he'll get it back one more time. This is Bomstad. Into the corner it goes. Birch behind the net. Kilkowski back to Birch. Takes a shot. And another save made by Jacob Miller. And some personnel changes being made as Celentano on the run and opts to hold on and go behind the net. We are just over 4 minutes into this second quarter as the shot there by Rossi goes out of play. And this is the score that we were at the end of one, so no goals thus far in the second. As a pass in front, they do score. The Griffins tie it up 4 minutes, 34 seconds.
The assistant number 13, Andrew Thompson.
All tied up at 4. Griffins trying to build off of that tying goal with this next possession. And they take it in behind the Spartans' net. And pass up top, shot taken by McMahon, goes out of play. And Westminster on the restart. And a backhand pass that results in a turnover. Matthew Beto pushes it ahead, and off to the races goes Geblin. Geblin fakes the shot. Nice passing, Canyon Birch. Oh, what a great save by Miller. And the Griffins able to gain control, and they push it ahead. Hold on, that's mishandled out at midfield by Keegan Jones, and turned over as UT comes back. McEnany with a pass, that misses Birch, and that'll be a Spartan turnover. And it looks like we may have a penalty being called. I thought maybe there was a timeout, but all the players are still out on the field, looking to see if anyone's headed to the penalty area.
Penalty to number 30, Sean Gragnola. 30 seconds for offside.
And indeed, it's a 30-second offside penalty to the Griffins' Sean Gragnola. UT with a chance here to go back into the lead. Here's Birch. Over to the far side it goes. Back to Birch again. Miller with the quick pass. He gets it back from Fitzpatrick, and to Fitzpatrick again. Miller one more time. Now Birch with a long shot, and another save by Miller. And picked up in a new shot clock as the penalty now expires to the Griffins. Pass down behind their net. Flip pass inside. Oh, great look by McEnany, and an equally good stop by Jacob Miller. And the Griffins get the rebound. Pass up top for Celentano, looks to his own sideline. Goes over the Tampa line. And there's a shot that's stopped by Ulmer. The loose ball is there. And Matthew Beto picks it up for the Spartans, and he's off to the races. Matthew Beto crosses midfield and now slows it up, sends a pass over. And it looked like Jackson Bashaw was in jeopardy of pressure from behind, and managed to escape that as it's sent over to Beto. Takes the long bounce shot, and that one goes out of play. Over to this side now for Papa. Down low it goes. Bashaw pushes it over. Quickly, Spartans work it up top. And a shot taken there by Bomstad, and Jacob Miller really having a stellar night in goal for Westminster as his team looks to bring it up, and they gain midfield. Away goes Pickett. His pass up ahead. Skylar Weathers up top now for Parker Robbins, and that one's dropped and now picked back up by Rossi. And he gives it over. A one-on-one battle there between Granola and Trajan Cannon. Up top it goes. Parker Robbins on the run and opts to go behind the net. Loose ball and picked up by the Griffins. 15 on the shot clock for them. And finally, Robbins gets a shot away. And possession stays with Westminster, but they're down to 12 seconds on the shot clock. And now looking for an opportunity was Rossi. And good pressure by the Spartans defense. That one's off goal. And so the shot clock expires. And it'll be turned over with 5:49 to go here in the second quarter. And before I had said that nobody had scored in this quarter. And then the Griffins did. So now I'm going to say that's been the only goal of the quarter thus far. And maybe we'll see the Spartans score. As you see them pick it up near midfield. Dancing around is Pascarella. Pascarella gains the Westminster line. McEnany flips it into the corner. Now behind the net it goes to Birch. Up top, Bolish. A reset up top with Fitzpatrick. Bolish weighing his options. And now doubles back from where he just came. Into the corner to Birch. Birch trying to set up shop behind the net. They'll work it to the far side, and Fitzpatrick wants to go one-on-one and leaves a pass instead. There's a long shot by Kilkowski that goes out of play, and possession stays with the home team. Canyon Birch puts it back into play. Leaves a pass there for McEnany. And looking to go one-on-one was Fitzpatrick. Kilkowski looked like he wanted to shoot and changes hands and does shoot, and Birch actually stops that one, although the loose ball looks like it will be picked up by the Griffins as the shot clock, as it was, had gotten down to just 6 seconds. And so here go the Griffins the other way. McGuire gives off a pass and then heads off the field. Meantime, Celentano carries on. And now a nice little burst of speed. Pass comes back, and taken down was Merritt McMahon. And shakes off the cobwebs as play goes back the other way. Pascarella. There's a pass from Jackson Day, bounces and picked up by Bolish. And now Bolish on the far side of the field as Pascarella goes off. And Fitzpatrick gives it to Owen Miller, who had just stepped on as Pascarella went off. Bolish turns the corner. Pass for Kilkowski. Now down low there's a bounce shot, and it goes out of play in the near corner. Possession stays with the Spartans. Tied at 4 with 3:21 remaining here in the first half. And Owen Miller looks like he hit the goalpost. And whoever's driving that train is having a good time. And does he throw the Lacrosse players off their game? There's one that rolls all the way to the far corner. Blake Ulmer way out of his net to try to get it. And points at the Griffins player was Luke Stillstrop. And I think Ulmer was doing that, asking the official, are you paying attention to this? And after all that, it results in UT getting the ball back. And there you see it put in from the near corner by Ulmer. Ulmer with a pass over to Brady Stoll. And UT crossing midfield. That's Nick Papa with it. Papa sends it into the corner. Birch to Kilkowski. And over to the far side. And now it's up top with Green. Grant Green trying to go one-on-one here against Jacob Pickett. And instead it's back for Kilkowski. Bomstad with a pass for Green. Excuse me, Papa. This is Bomstad again, down low. And good defense by the Griffins as Birch wanted to pop out and get a shot on goal and could not. A loose ball chased down, and Canyon Birch able to get to it. 19 on the shot clock. And UT needs to put a little urgency to this possession. McEnany couldn't get the shot away. Oh, rebound. And unable to find the handle was Bomstad. And 4 seconds, they need to shoot. And it goes right into the stick. A rather fortuitous bounce as Jacob Miller sent it away, but the Spartans able to get the turnover and come right back. 80 seconds left in the second quarter. Long shot taken by Papa, goes out of play. And there's whistles, and it looks like we're going to have a timeout called, and we will step aside as well and be back with the remainder of the second quarter here on TampaSpartans.tv. And we're back here following the timeout that was called by Westminster College. 1:14 remaining in the second quarter. And UT puts it into play from behind the Griffins' net. Up top it goes to Owen Miller. Miller can't beat his check, backs up. And now Miller with a flip pass. Bolish to Kilkowski. Behind the net it goes. Canyon Birch changes hands, a little spin move. Can't get around the defender. And Kilkowski to the other side. Up top it goes. Owen Miller. Miller tries to skip past the defender. He's pushed, backs up. Miller flips it in behind the Griffins' net out in front. And McEnany unable to get the shot away. Hold on, a loose ball. McEnany gets it back, flipped it over. Long shot coming, and oh, another save made by Jacob Miller. And the Griffins are going to have to hurry if they're going to get one final shot, as the game clock is down to just 15 seconds here in the second quarter. And here they come as Celentano crosses the Tampa line. 7 seconds. Celentano holds on to it, turns, spins, shoots, scores. Joseph Celentano with 3 seconds remaining in the first half. And barring a miracle, Westminster should go into halftime with a 1-goal lead. And as you saw the replay there on the Celentano goal, as Hagan Buchanan goes out to take this face-off for Westminster against Alex Poma. And there's a shot handled easily by Ulmer as the horn goes to end the first half of play. An exciting first half, as UT led it 4-3 at the end of one. And they are held scoreless in the second and give up 2 goals for a 5-4 Griffins lead going into the break. And we'll be back after halftime with more lacrosse here on TampaSpartans.tv.
In NCAA Division II, community and
And we are back, just about set to start the second half of play, where Westminster holds a 5-4 lead in what has been a game every bit as tight as the score would seem to indicate. Very entertaining first half of play, and ready for the face-off at midfield. That was Ethan Toshef for the Spartans and Hagen Buchanan for the Griffins on that face-off. As you see, UT with the first possession here. And a pass that is missed by Birch. And already a turnover. And here come the Griffins looking for their first offensive opportunity of the second half. Shots on goal are 19-11 in favor of the Spartans. And a shot coming by Celentano, and it goes out of play. I've been raving about the play of Westminster goaltender Jacob Miller all night. How about already having 15 saves in the first half? As you see them come out in front and they score. That is Camden Rossi. And 6 different players have scored for the Griffins in this game. That goal is unassisted. And now chased down off the faceoff and controlled by Toshef. In behind the Spartans net goes Ulmer. Up ahead to Brady Stoll. Stoll connects with Beto. And it's quickly ahead now to Cannon. Birch sends it into the corner. Kilkowski goes behind the Griffins net. And up top is Fitzpatrick. Sent over now for Bolish. And this is Ronan Sanchez. Sanchez is bumped, carries on. Pass behind the net. Kilkowski looking to go one-on-one. And that opportunity closed up, so he goes back up top to Bolish. Tries to get around the defense and looked like he was going to take a long shot. Calling for it on the other side was Sanchez. This is him with it now. As it's sent down low, and another stop made by Jacob Miller. And quickly ahead goes Jacob Parks. That one connects with McMahon. Merritt McMahon has one of the 6 Westminster goals. And that's Celentano. Skylar Weathers back there. Celentano again. And out of the far side of the field it goes. Rossi. Defense closes up on him. A pass down behind the net misses, and that'll be turned over. And that is one area of the game that the Griffins need to clean up a bit. They have committed 15 turnovers in this game to just 8 for UT. And away with it goes Jackson Day. Sent over and back again now. As this is Bomstad. In behind the Griffins net. Bomstad. Over. Bomstad again. It's on the ground, picks it back up. And nice job there by Birch to pull that one down. Canyon Birch, long shot, scores! Nick Papa, and UT finally gets back on the scoreboard. 3 minutes, 59 seconds into this third quarter after having gone scoreless in the second quarter, and it's back to a one-goal game. There you saw the replay as we're going to get Toshev on the faceoff once again for UT. And that's Buchanan, comes in and scores. Wow. Hagen Buchanan takes the faceoff and then gets it himself and brings it right down Main Street, or in this case, Kennedy. And there you see, obviously unassisted, as Hagen Buchanan quickly puts his team back into a 2-goal lead, and it bears repeating, this is now 7 different goal scorers for the Griffins. And they are in possession again. That was Gavin Piva. Here come the Griffins looking for more. In behind the net, Andrew Thomas. Defensive switch by UT. Skylar Weathers looking for an open teammate. That pass misses, and that's going to be a turnover. As here comes McEnany for UT. Sends it into the corner. Birch. Matthew Beto, and that one, UT just not getting the breaks here tonight, the bounces, as Westminster puts it back into play. A long pass up ahead, that one misses, and just that quickly it'll be turned back over again. We've seen a few chinks in the armor for both teams tonight. Some of that sloppy play that you just saw. As this is McEnany with it now into the corner to the far side of the field. And now Charlie Bolish has some real estate in front of him, takes advantage, and now puts the brakes on. Leaves it back for Fitzpatrick. His pass over. There's a shot that goes out of play off of the stick of Ronan Sanchez. And UT now on the restart. Flipped in front and corralled by Bashaw. Bolish with it now. Bolish skips around Sanchez, backs up. Bolish tries to get past the defender, can't. Now gives it to Sanchez. And Ronan Sanchez looking to get a shot away. There's a pass, Fitzpatrick, and a nifty pass. And can he get there in time? No. Canyon Birch did everything but keep the ball in. And so it's turned over. Westminster, who has a 7-5 lead, starts it up the field again with 8:46 to go here in the third quarter. To this side now, and a long pass ahead by the goaltender Miller, taken away by the Spartans goaltender. And Matthew Beto turns and gives it to Cannon. Cannon up ahead to McEnany. And now Birch flips it in behind the Griffins' net. Back there is Jackson Bashaw. And here's McEnany again. Looking up top as UT had just made some personnel changes. And Nick Papa with it. Flips it over. Bomstad gets the pass right back. Papa heads towards the net, stops. Into the corner it goes. Now behind the net. And coming out in front, Birch shoots and scores! Canyon Birch. An unassisted goal. And that'll be his 18th goal of the season. Comes with 7:50 left here in the third quarter. And now the face-off. Hagen Buchanan and Ethan Tosheff did the honors there again. As you see UT taking it down into the Griffins' end of the field. And this is Bomstad over for Papa. Nick Papa jogs toward the near sideline and now heads back in. Looked like he was going to shoot a pass instead. Oh, and McEnany, an off-balance shot that goes wide and out of play. Canyon Birch, who has just scored. Birch looking up top. Two defenders on him. Nick Papa with some nifty footwork and a shooting lane and a great save there as Miller stopped Canyon Birch, and you see the officials after the collision signaling possession for the home team. And Bomstad restarts now on the official's whistle, fakes the shot. Up top it goes for Papa to the other side of the field. And there's a pass behind the Griffins' net to this side now. McEnany up top. Bomstad gives it to Papa. Back to Bomstad again. Pass goes behind the net. McEnany quickly up top. Grant Green leaves a pass. Nothing there. Credit the Griffins defense. UT just cannot get inside. And at this rate, they're going to have to count on some long shots like this. And Papa is stopped by Jacob Miller once again. Spartans trying to tie this up just inside 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. An uncharacteristically low-scoring game for a UT team that has a very dangerous offense and really being held in check thus far this evening. And that's an errant pass that goes out of play. It'll be turned over. The Spartans are averaging just under 18 goals a game. And not even close to being on pace for that here tonight. As you see it go out of bounds, and the official right there on the spot to say that possession belongs to Westminster College. That's Skylar Weathers. Beats the defender, and he'll just take it in behind the net. Weathers being watched back there by Grant Green. Sends a pass to the far side of the field. Up top with it now, Mike Spaeth. Spaeth on the run is pushed by Jackson Day. Spaeth carries on behind the Spartans net. Fires a pass up top, and it looked like Rossi wanted to take a long shot, opts to pass it instead to McMahon. McMahon changes hands, shoots, and that one goes out of play behind the UT net. 19 seconds left on the shot clock for the Griffins. And here's Weathers out in front. They score! Luke Stillstrup. And that'll be his second goal of the game. The Spartans just cannot get this game tied. As you see the replay there. Skylar Weathers picks up the assist. Weathers having himself a little bit of a game. 1 goal and 2 assists thus far. And now off the face-off, Buchanan takes it down into the UT end of the field and all the way down behind the Spartans' net. Sends a pass over. That's Celentano. And UT needs some kind of shot in the arm here, some kind of momentum. As I just mentioned a moment ago, they just cannot get this game tied. A little spin move there. McMahon loses it, picks it back up. McMahon sees a little bit of an opening, and a second defender comes over to help out. And now chasing it down is Celentano. 29 on the shot clock for the Griffins. Celentano shoots, and Ulmer may have gotten a piece of that one. They reset the shot clock. This game has not been tied since it was 4-4 early in the second quarter. UT had led 4-3 at the end of one, and then when the Griffins scored to tie it 4-4 early in the second, we have not had a tie game since then. And Kilkowski with it now. Kilkowski behind the Griffins' net. A pass there. Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick scores! What a shot by Daniel Fitzpatrick. Up top over the left shoulder of Jacob Miller. And the Spartans draw to within one again. And for Fitzpatrick, that is goal number 18 on the season. He came into tonight's game tied for the team lead in points with Owen Miller. They had 29 points each. And the Spartans in possession here. Fitzpatrick has a goal and an assist tonight, and Owen Miller pointless thus far. So for the time being, Fitzpatrick leading the team with 31 points as Kilkowski sends a pass. McEnany scores! His fourth goal of the game, and the Spartans finally tie it up. It's 8-8 as you see the replay here. And McEnany stopped and found his spot and puts it in behind Jacob Miller. And McEnany now with 21 goals on the season. And we'll get the face-off now. Alex Poma for UT. And that time it was Jack Fairbanks as they score again. The Spartans take the lead. Harry Kilkowski, that same spot, top corner over the left shoulder of Jacob Miller. And here's the replay. As you see the quick release, and you saw the flag being thrown. So that's the momentum that I was referring to that the Spartans needed to get, and even more so as the 1 minute cross-checking penalty is assessed to Jack Fairbanks of Westminster College, who have quickly watched their lead evaporate and find themselves trailing by one in the late stages of the third quarter. And the goaltender Ulmer with a long pass up ahead to Cannon. 35 left in the penalty. And let's see if the Spartans can keep the momentum going with perhaps a power play goal here as it's sent down behind the Griffins' net. Owen Miller with it now. Miller a pass over, gets it right back. Quick pass and a bounce shot taken by Fitzpatrick that goes out of play. And 13 seconds left in the Westminster penalty. Kilkowski behind the net. Kilkowski looks up top, gets it to Miller. Little flip pass. Good ball movement by the Spartans. Back up top it comes. Miller. The penalty just expired. Fitzpatrick, he has to go to the corner. A little spin move. Fitzpatrick looking in front, goes up top to Miller instead. Miller, a nice spin move, takes a shot, and that one goes out of play. The shot clock for the Spartans is down to 17 seconds. There's 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Kilkowski with a pass. Good ball movement and going down to the field for UT and looking for the official to make a call was Jackson Bashaw as the play goes the other way. And running out of room was Skylar Weathers. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Griffins trying to tie this game up before the third quarter ends. And the Spartans, do they get the turnover? It's still loose. Oh, and wow. Things getting very, very physical now down in the field as the third quarter comes to an end. And wow, things really boiling over there as the Spartans are feeling it. They have a 9-8 lead going into the quarter break. We'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
College sports.
There's light at the end of the tunnel.
A return to normal, and all we love about sports.
You've instilled resilience, focus, and selflessness in us. We've put those lessons to work.
We've found strength and unity in each other.
You continue to take us places we never imagined.
You bring out the best in us.
So when we look forward, we see the light at the end of the tunnel.
We see a better world for all of us.
And for college sports.
Leaves a
Welcome back. If you came for excitement tonight, these two teams have delivered exactly that as we start the fourth quarter of play with UT in a 9-8 lead. And quickly the Griffins off the face-off, and the shot by Buchanan doesn't get through, and it's kept in play. UT in possession, and back they come, crossing midfield. Shots on goal are 26-17 in favor of the Spartans. And they have it here on the near side. Canyon Birch wasn't faking the pass. He had nobody there to throw it to. And Kilkowski with it now, deep in behind the Griffins' net. And let's see if the emotions have been tempered by the quarter break. Things were getting awfully heated and quite physical as the third quarter expired. As you see that one taken away by the goaltender Miller, and the Griffins will start it up. You would think that this is a Sunshine State Conference game. These look like a couple of rivals the way they've been going at it. Who would think that a team from all the way out in Utah would come here and play the Spartans as though it was a team that they face a couple times a year? We're used to seeing some of the long-standing rivals that UT has built up with the likes of teams from here in the Sunshine State. And they and the Griffins are making an appearance as though they just don't like each other. In behind the net it goes. Rossi being bumped by Jackson Day. Rossi goes back from where he just came. Day gives him a little push. 19 on the shot clock. And Celentano runs out of room, carries on behind the net. 10 on the shot clock now for the visitors. Cannon loses track of Celentano, who spins and takes a shot. That goes off goal. And as it goes out of bounds, it's not going to matter because the shot clock is down to 1 second anyways. So a great athletic effort to try to keep it in by Westminster, but it goes for naught. Two minutes, 15 seconds into this fourth quarter. Had some very different looking 15-minute frames in this game. It was 4-3 Spartans after one. The second quarter only had 2 goals, both by the visitors. The third quarter was 5-3 Spartans. And that's where we sit at our current 9-8 UT lead, as this is Kilkowski behind the net. Kilkowski takes it to the far side. Up top with it, Nick Papa. And just stepping onto the field, that was Grant Green, who sends the pass over here for Bomstad. Bomstad looking to go one-on-one, beats the defender. And now Jukes goes towards the corner, goes back the other way, goes up top. And it's fired over to the far side of the field. Papa with a pass down low. And oh, what a great save there by Jacob Miller. And he has absolutely kept the Griffins in this game. As under some duress, it's Timothy McGuire. And it comes over here to the near side to Django Clark. "18 saves in the game for Jacob Miller, 10 for Blake Ulmer. Both teams making changes. Spaeth with the pass. And the Griffins send it down behind the UT net. And a shot there by LaForce, and Ulmer able to stop that one, and now he sends a long outlet pass ahead. Here comes Pasquarella, and AJ hangs onto it as a couple of defenders run by him. Shot coming from the stick of Owen Miller. That goes wide and out of play. Up top, Bolish over for Miller. Bolish over to the far side of the field. Now he gets it back. Fakes the pass, gives it to Miller instead. Miller, a spin move, left-handed shot. And Jacob Miller stopping Owen Miller. As a pass is sent up ahead to Andrew Thomas. Thomas on the near side. And look out, stopping on a dime, Parker Robbins. And now Rossi was down in behind the Spartans net. Camden Rossi makes his move, stops a second defender, comes over to help out for the Spartans. That one's thrown away, and it'll go out of bounds and be turned over. If you're just joining us, Luke McEnany has 4 of the 9 Tampa goals. And a very balanced attack for Westminster. Only Luke Stillstrup with 2 in terms of a multi-goal game for the opposition. Fitzpatrick. Kilkowski has 2 for UT. And there's a shot by Birch, and chalk up another save for Jacob Miller. Back come the Griffins. Andrew Thomas way up top. There's a pass that misses, but picked up on the far side. Gragnola with a little flip pass. And now that's Andrew Thomas back there. Thomas being watched by Braden Crumey. And needing some help, Andrew Thomas gets the pass away for LaForce. And it's relayed up top. There's a long shot coming off the stick of McMahon. I don't think that one got through as the Spartans get the rebound. And Brady Stoll will start it up at midfield now. Geblin with a pass for Pascarella. And now Birch sends it behind the Griffins' net. Kilkowski, defender slipped. Kilkowski carries on. And we are now exactly halfway through this fourth quarter. And a flag has just been thrown on the far side of the field. So we're going to get a call coming up against Westminster College. And UT will get an opportunity to go on the power play and possibly extend this to a 2-goal lead. And I can see head coach J.B. Clark way down the Tampa sideline giving instructions to his players as Kilkowski dances around and now pops out the far side. And now a long shot taken. That one's going to go out of play. And with the stoppage, we will get the call now against the Griffins. Sean Gragnola with the offsides penalty. So a 30-second advantage for UT now. Comes with 6:43 left in the fourth. Here's McEnany. Good quick ball movement by the Spartans. In front, they score! Luke McEnany with his 5th goal of the game. And 10 seconds into the Westminster penalty, the Spartans put it in the back of the net for a 2-goal lead. Harry Kilkowski gets the assist. McEnany now with 5 goals and 2 assists in this game. And Kilkowski 2 goals and 2 assists. As you see Buchanan winning the faceoff there for the Griffins. An important faceoff win as the visitors need to score here and cut this to 1 rather than UT getting another one to inflate it to 3. A little spin move there. And up top it goes, now to the near side. Fake pass by Weathers. Good ball movement here by the Griffins, trying to fight their way inside, and flags thrown for sure. And we're going to have a penalty called against the Spartans. And we might also have a little bit of an injury as Matthew Beto is limping. Jackson Day, a 30-second holding penalty with 5:45 to go here in the fourth. So an even bigger opening now for Westminster College as they put it in play behind the UT net. And now it comes up top. Stillstrip sends it behind the net. Over to this side. Spaeth drops off a pass. Long shot coming. They score. That's Merritt McMahon with his second goal of the game. And so the Griffins, as you see on the replay here, draw within one. Spaeth gets the assist. And the Griffins absolutely refusing to go away despite this offensive flurry that we've seen from UT here in the second half. And now you see the face-off following that 9th Westminster goal. And they are in possession once again. That's Spaeth with it. And trying to go inside was Rossi. And up top it'll go to Celentano. One-on-one. Good defensive switch by UT. Jackson Day watching Celentano. Celentano breaks in and he'll go all the way behind the net. Pass in front misses, and that'll be run down by the Spartans. Picked up, here they come the other way. Pascarella, and puts on the brakes as the defense catches up to him. So a big defensive play for UT there, at least for the time being, preventing Westminster from tying up the game. And the Spartans, I'll be Captain Obvious and say, hoping to restore the 2-goal lead on this possession and trying to make time a factor, as there's still a good enough amount of time the way the current situation is with it just being a 1-goal game. 3:45 still remaining. Kilkowski with it behind the net. He gets it right back. Kilkowski near the end line starts his move. Kilkowski being marked back there by Cello Clark. And out in front. And where's the ball? Picked up by the Spartans. Well, raked at. And unfortunately, that one's going to go out. And a tough break there, as that was Canyon Birch, who thought he was, when I say knocking the ball out of harm's way, I think that he felt it was going to go towards one of his teammates, but no one was close enough to keep it in. And so the Griffins now, as there's still, as I mentioned, plenty of time, 2:53 to go in the fourth, and they only trail by 1. Here they are on the far side of the field, a pass in behind the Spartans' net. And putting his shoulder down was LaForce. And a behind-the-back shot by Skylar Weathers. The ball is loose and still not controlled by either team. And a lucky bounce for the Griffins, as it had ended up in the stick of McMahon. And trying to fight his way through. There's a bounce shot. They score. McMahon, Andrew Thomas was trying to gain control, and McMahon ends up with it and gets his 3rd goal of the game to tie it at 10 with 2:13 remaining in the fourth quarter. And don't go anywhere. We've got a tremendous finish on the way, no doubt. As you can almost cut the tension with a knife. Huge face-off now at midfield. And chased down and picked up by Hagen Buchanan. And Andrew Thomas with it now. Pass up top. That's Spaeth. Mike Spaeth looking to go one-on-one here against AJ Pasquarella. It goes down in behind the Spartans' net. Weathers being watched by Pasquarella. They bump, pass across, and looking like he was going to shoot was Rossi. Instead, it goes up top to Celentano. Celentano around the corner and doesn't get a shot away, carries on behind the net. Pass here now for Spaeth. I'll start it up top again with Rossi. 22 on the shot clock. Celentano has it knocked free from his stick, picks it back up. Good defense there by Cannon. There's a bounce shot that goes out of play. Possession stays with the Griffins, and the shot clock is down to 12. The game clock at 1:02. Shot clock ticking down. And this is Andrew Thomas. 3, 2, 1. Shot clock. And Ulmer makes the save. And so they can, for all intents and purposes, turn off the shot clock if they want, because there's only 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And is UT going to work for the last shot? Owen Miller breaks down, and head coach J.B. Clark wants a timeout to talk to his Spartans players. And we will be back with the conclusion of this exciting game here on TampaSpartans.tv.
This is the University of Tampa. Explore your dreams. Discover your talents. Get ready to invent, innovate, and be a leader. This is the University of Tampa.
Wayne State Medical School has been my dream medical school since I was 5. Athletics are important, but so is service, so is research, so is becoming a better person. And we expect you to do well athletically, but don't forget the reason you're here, which is to give back to your community and to get good grades.
Back from the timeout and ready for the final 37 seconds of regulation as we're all tied at 10. And let's see what Spartans head coach J.B. Clark drew up during that timeout. You would think that they'd be looking for Luke McEnany. What with the hot hand that he's had tonight, he has half of the Spartan goals. Not to mention 2 assists to go with those 5 goals as Owen Miller sends it down behind the net. 30 seconds left. Pass out in front. Misses. Ground ball. Collision. Picked up by the Spartans. And Fitzpatrick tried to rush it. And let's see what the officials are going to call here. I think there was another timeout that was called on the far sideline by UT. And indeed, that is the indication. And dare I say, some very anxious moments there as it looked like UT was almost going to not have the last possession after all. And you see the replay here, and things got pretty hairy as the ball not controlled by either team. And J.B. Clark calls the timeout just in the nick of time. And we'll take this opportunity to look ahead at upcoming games. The Spartans will go on the road, not this weekend, but next weekend on the 1st of April They will play an 8 p.m. game up in Winter Park at Rollins before coming back home on the 5th of April for our next home broadcast, April 5 at 7 p.m. against Florida Tech. If you're watching this game from a Westminster perspective, thank you very much for spending your Thursday evening with us. Your team's next game will be on Sunday morning, your time, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, over in Lakeland against Florida Southern. And it's back to Grand Junction, Colorado for a game on April 1st against Colorado Mesa University as the Griffins go back out west. Play resumes. Charlie Bolish puts it in. 20 seconds left. Bolish, a little spin move. Changes hands. Bolish into the corner. 14. Behind the net it goes. 11 seconds left. Up top. Spartans need to get the last shot away. In the middle it goes. 5 seconds in the middle and turned over. And there will not be a final shot as we are going to head to overtime as the horn goes to end the fourth quarter with our game tied at 10. And we will step away and we'll be back with overtime right here on TampaSpartans.tv. How on the edge of your seat are you? The tension is at an all-time thickness here in the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex as we head to overtime, tied at 10. Spartans out shooting the Griffins 30-22 to this point. And even the face-offs are even. Each team has won 12. And perhaps none bigger than this one that we're about to witness between Alex Poma of the Spartans and Hagen Buchanan of the Griffins. "20 saves by goaltender Jacob Miller for the Griffins and 13 saves for Blake Ulmer. Let's see who's going to be tested first. The ball loose on the far side of the field, and the official right there on the far side signaling that a timeout is immediately called by the Griffins as they gained possession. So just 10 seconds into the overtime, the Griffins want to talk things over. So we will take a break as well and be right back. And we're back following the timeout by the Griffins. And I got to believe that all the pressure is on the Spartans at this point. Playing at home, and dare I say the favorite. And here come the Griffins with an opportunity to win it in the extra session as the pass goes in behind the Spartans' net. And here's Rossi with it. Rossi looked like he was going to shoot and now changes hands, and Ulmer makes the save. And there's an errant pass. And Cannon able to pull it down for the Spartans. And Trajan Cannon runs it down as we're just inside 3 minutes left in the overtime. And so many fans standing on their feet here in the Namoli Family Athletic and Intramural Complex, watching this one wind its way down. Fitzpatrick with it up top. Over here for Bolish. Tons of time on the shot clock. Bolish weighing his options. 40 on the shot clock to be exact. And a little skip move there by Owen Miller. His pass down low. Kilkowski's going to take it deep behind the Griffins' net. Kilkowski starts his move, comes this way, pass in front, scores! Canyon Birch, the Spartans winning in overtime, 11-10, and he's mobbed on the field by his teammates. 2 minutes, 39 seconds into the extra period. An 11-10 victory for UT. Tremendous goal. As you see the replay here, and great placement up over the left shoulder of goaltender Jacob Miller, and the Spartans are victorious. And I'll correct myself, 1:39 into overtime, not 2:39 in, and the Spartans stave off what looked like it could have been a possible second defeat of the season. Instead, they raised their one-loss record to 8-1 in dramatic and exciting fashion, as the Griffins will fall to 3-4. So Canyon Birch gets the winning goal, and he finishes with 2 goals and 2 assists. Kilkowski gets the assist. He finishes with 2 goals and 3 assists. And, of course, Luke McEnany leading the way with 5 goals and 2 assists in the win. The Spartans outshoot the Griffins 31-23. 14 saves for the winning goaltender Blake Ulmer. 20 saves for the losing goaltender Jacob Miller. And a thrilling night of lacrosse here as the Spartans are victorious, 11-10. I'm Bruce Wozniak. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast. My thanks, as always, to Andre Pyatt, and we wish you a very good night from Tampa.